Official ribbon-cutting opening ceremony.
Let us prepare the stage for the official opening ceremony of SiGMA South Asia. As I mentioned, this is our first show in Sri Lanka. We're very excited to open our South Asia chapter for SiGMA World Tour, Global Tour. We hosted 7 conferences this year, and we plan even more, 8 conferences for SiGMA Global Tour for 2026. We'll start with Dubai in February. It's actually quite soon, so I really urge you to secure your tickets, to book your flights, and come to Dubai, Habibi, in February. February 9 to 11, we're at the Festival City Arena in Dubai for our first show in 2026, covering SiGMA and AIBC in Eurasia. We're then going to be in Malta, hometown for SiGMA, in the beginning of March. We will be in Brazil. This is our annual show that we're hosting in São Paulo in April. We're back to Asia with our flagship event of SiGMA Asia in Manila in the Philippines, beginning of June. We are in Cape Town in August. We are in Rome in November. We will also be in Mexico. This will be our first event in Mexico, and we added this bright spot on the SiGMA Global Tour. So we'll be very excited to be back to Asia also next year. And make sure to book your flights, book your tickets for the SiGMA Global Tour that we'll be hosting in 2026. And are we ready for the opening ceremony? Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a big honor for us to be here today. And it's a big honor for me to announce the official opening ceremony, followed by also the ribbon cutting. And distinguished guests, and welcome again to SiGMA South Asia, and welcome to the official opening ceremony here at City of Dreams in Colombo, Sri Lanka. And we are very honored to have with us today esteemed guest, His Excellency Rueben Gauci, Maltese High Commissioner for Sri Lanka, and Mr. Eman Pulis, founder of SiGMA, who will now deliver the opening remarks. But before that, let's take a look at the SiGMA World Tour video. Thank you.
This year, the global gaming and tech community meet at SiGMA. 8 world-class destinations, 1 powerful tour. We kick off in Dubai from the 9th to the 11th of February, where SiGMA Eurasia connects frontier tech with capital in the heart of the Middle East. From the 1st to the 3rd of March, Malta hosts SiGMA Euromed, a summit that bridges European leadership with Mediterranean energy. In São Paulo, from the 6th to the 9th of April, BIS SiGMA South America accelerates growth across Brazil's booming iGaming and fintech markets. From the 1st to the 3rd of June, SiGMA Asia lands in Manila, uniting global operators and suppliers in the region's most vital digital and land-based economy. Cape Town takes the spotlight from the 4th to the 6th of August as SiGMA Africa champions cross-continental innovation and emerging talent. Rome hosts SiGMA Central Europe from the 14th to the 17th of September, where regulation, investment, and innovation converge in timeless surroundings. From the 10th till the 12th of November, SiGMA North America arrives in Mexico City for its Spanish-speaking summit, bridging North American markets with international investment. And from the 30th of November to the 2nd of December, SiGMA South Asia rotates from Colombo to Bangkok, deepening its reach across the wider South Asian region. This is SiGMA 2026, where opportunity connects, where the future begins.
Thank you so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Mr. Eman Pulis for opening remarks of today's summit. Thank you.
Thank you, Olga. Distinguished guests, friends from the industry, they told us it cannot be done in Sri Lanka, yet here we are, the first real gaming expo in the region. I always believed it can be done because it's a thriving market, it's a booming market, and between 5 countries, there's a quarter of the world's population thriving in gaming here. So it fills us with joy, myself and my team at SiGMA, to steer the industry, bring the industry with us so we can all learn from each other and see the industry grow sustainably. Allow me a few words to talk a bit about what the group has been working on and where we see ourselves going in the next few years, what we call Vision 2030. We want to become the most trusted authority for the online gambling industry. And we want to become trusted not only with the B2B, not only with you guys, the industry, but we also want players worldwide to come to us for the most trusted reviews, for alternative dispute resolution. If they ever encounter issues with an operator, they can come to us. But also with governments. We want governments to understand that regulated gambling, regulation is the only way to go. And we're using these conferences to raise awareness and hopefully see the industry grow sustainably. So we'll talk a bit about this, the B2B, B2C, and B2G. As the video before I stepped in highlighted, we have 8 summits. We're literally covering the entire planet to discuss regional gaming and global gaming. And we've done a fairly good job raising awareness with the industry. Wherever we go, this is something we're doing with governments. Wherever we go, we're not only highlighting that regulated gaming is the way to go, but there's also obvious economic benefit to hosting a show like this in big cities. We recently had a show in Italy, just a few weeks ago in Rome, and the show left nothing short of 100 million euros in the economy. The show also brought gaming companies who realized that the Italian market is booming. And as a result, they decided to open new offices, co-locate, and bring more jobs to the region. So our shows have also that obvious economic impact across multiple cities where we go. Yeah, you're seeing a lot about economic impact. This year, 33 million, but the number is set to keep going up in every show that we go to. Something we've been working on at B2G level is to see more governments embrace regulated gaming. Failure to regulate, if governments just dip their heads in the sand and act as if regulated gaming should be banned, the only way players will find solution is to go into unregulated casino sites. Governments who do not regulate the space are not protecting their citizens, are not protecting their players. Because these players are ending up on websites which are unregulated, which do not have the best interest of the industry, and we do not want that. We vociferously believe that the only way to go is to regulate. And to that extent, we've been working with a number of agencies, whether it's ministries, whether it's tourism bodies, whether it's associations, gaming associations, economy ministries, you name it. And we have a dedicated team that's working hand in hand with those associations to keep raising awareness as we go along. Enough about the B2G, more about the B2C. We're doing reviews. There's about 100 games, slot games, crash games. There's about 100 games that come out every week. New games. Those games need to be reviewed. Players are asking about them. And we have a very strong team in South Asia. We have a strong team in Belgrade who are doing just that. We also have a team of lawyers, a big team of full-time lawyers who are handling complaints that come in from players who either feel they should be paid on time or feel that there's some issue with an operator. And we have a team of lawyers who settle those disputes arbitrarily. So players do not have to go to court. And it's been working really, really well. More on the B2C, something we really believe in is the festivalization of our summits. We have 8 summits every year, and whenever there's a conference, we also want the B2C to join us. And as a result, we have launched the SPT, the SiGMA Poker Tour. So wherever it is legal, wherever poker can be played, expect to see 1,000 more poker players gracing the city during SiGMA to engage in a poker tour. So we want to give the likes of WPT and EPT a good challenge with the SPT, and I believe we have the right formula to make it happen next year. A bit why it was so obvious to us to choose Sri Lanka as a market. We know there's a lot happening. India has gone down the route of putting an absolute ban on the sector. It is not something which, quite frankly, we subscribe to. We strongly believe that that will lead players to go underground. But thank God we're here in Sri Lanka, in neighboring Sri Lanka, and we will not stop raising awareness that regulated gaming is the way to go. I spoke a bit about B2B, I spoke about B2G, I spoke also about the players, B2C, but there's one special fiber that connects all of this, and that's the SiGMA Foundation. Wherever we go, we want to give back to those in need the most. We're fully mindful that we are surrounded by hyper-successful individuals, gaming companies who are doing exceptionally well with their global mandate, building gaming companies. We also are mindful that these gaming companies come to us at least every 6 weeks, whether to send them traffic, whether to attend a conference, whether to give them media exposure. They're coming to us often. And we wanted to take that opportunity of regular contact with those gaming companies to launch the SiGMA Foundation. And we've been very successful in building 6, 7, 8, 10 projects every year around the world, whether it's Southeast Asia, whether it's Africa, whether it's Latin America. We're building projects. And I'll tell you this little story. My dream in my early 30s was to become a millionaire. But I measured that million in monetary terms, in US dollars, in euros, in Maltese lira back then. That was my dream. Fast forward 10 years, and that dream has remained the same. I want to become a millionaire. Only the metric has changed. Today, I don't measure millionaire in monetary terms. I measure millionaire in positive impact. If I can help through the foundation improve the lives of at least 1 million people, then I've become a genuine millionaire. And I would love to leave you with a little video, and I look forward to meet you all at the show. Thank you very much for listening.
Around the world, millions still lack access to education, healthcare, and opportunity. The SiGMA Foundation exists to change that. One project, one community, one step at a time. We raise funds through adventure. Our expeditions are more than personal challenges. They're lifelines for entire villages. From building classrooms in Bonga, to funding cleft surgeries in Colombia, to setting up community centers and health clinics, the impact is real and lasting. Our work empowers women, uplifts children, and brings healthcare where there was none. We don't just build, we partner with local communities to create sustainable change. We are the SiGMA Foundation.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Eman. And as a kind reminder that last night during the SiGMA South Asia Awards, we also managed to raise during the SiGMA Foundation auction a certain amount of funds that will go in support of the local communities and the victims of the disaster, the natural disaster that hit Sri Lanka over the last week. So thank you again, Eman, and thank you again for the SiGMA Foundation. And now it's my big pleasure to invite to the stage our next speaker, His Excellency Mr. Rueben Gauci, High Commissioner of Malta in Sri Lanka. Please give a warm round of applause. Thank you.
Welcome to the SiGMA South Asia Conference taking place in Colombo, Sri Lanka. With the region's gaming sector growing rapidly, powered by new integrated resorts and tourism, South Asia is becoming a key center for innovation and opportunity. This inaugural event connects operators, suppliers, tech leaders, and affiliates for 2 days of expert insights, strategic networking, and meaningful business exchange. From emerging legislation to responsible gambling initiatives, the conversation begins here. This is the platform where South Asia's gaming industry looks ahead.
So, thank you very much for giving me the floor. I am the High Commissioner of Malta to Sri Lanka. I'm resident in New Delhi because apart from Sri Lanka, I cover obviously India from New Delhi, and I cover other countries like Bangladesh, Nepal, and the Maldives. It is, as a civil servant and as a career diplomat, it's still my dream to become a millionaire. And I'm not sure whether I will actually manage that. But I definitely agree with Mr. Pulis' assumption that becoming a true millionaire or to becoming a true human being is by helping others. In fact, the Maltese government has been very, very active in India in helping projects which are similar to the ones shown to us here by Mr. Pulis. In fact, Mr. Pulis, now you're in my list. I was very, very proud yesterday to see that you did an auction for the suffering that Sri Lanka has conquered in the last days, and I'm hoping that we will be able even to deliver this to the highest authorities here in Sri Lanka. Also, I have you in my list in India, and maybe that could also be a good way to penetrate in the Indian mentality and in the Indian psyche, because I totally agree with you that regulation, and especially as a government official, for us regulation, procedures come first and foremost. And there is nothing better, because we believe as government officials that there is nothing better than regulating. So I agree totally. And in fact, here I have to share that Malta was the first EU member state to regulate gaming through the remote gaming regulations in 2004. Now, we joined the European Union in 2004. So imagine, we're the first, we had to be. We did it exactly when we joined the EU. And then we continued on it by the Comprehensive Gaming Act of 2018. What's interesting in Malta is that, politically speaking, both parties, major parties in Malta, agree on iGaming. In fact, for those of you who know the history of Malta, 2004 we had one government, and in 2018 we had another government. And in both cases, iGaming was always very, very important. In fact, I have to share that iGaming today covers around from 8 to 13.6% of GDP of Malta. So imagine that. It is one of the pillars of our economy. We are very, very proud of what SiGMA is doing. I understand that your first conference was in 2014. I am not the first High Commissioner Ambassador to participate in a SiGMA conference. In fact, when you were showing the videos, I was seeing my colleagues. When you were in Manila, I saw my colleague, the Ambassador of Malta in China. I've seen also our ambassador in Brazil. And just before I came up, we also spoke about my colleague, our ambassador in Ethiopia. So when you are a small country like Malta, I'm sure that a lot of people here think that Sri Lanka is a small country. Sri Lanka is not a small country if you were to compare it to where I come from. And when you're small, especially, you have to think big, especially when you are small. And this is what Malta did, and this is what people like Mr. Eman Pulis did and SiGMA did. It is a great honor to see citizens from a number of countries, much larger than Malta, participating in this conference organized by a Maltese company. That cannot make us more proud. And that is why I am so happy to be here. I traveled from Delhi to Sri Lanka, especially for this conference, even though there was a cyclone, no problem, because it is very important for us, ambassadors of Malta, to be present in such events, because they are, for us, a national treasure. And I am hoping that, hopefully in the future, we will see India. I've lived in India now for 5 years. I represented Malta in India as High Commissioner for 5 years. So hopefully, as Mr. Police said, we will see regulation there as well. And I will try my best to promote as much as I can. So we start with the projects, and then hopefully we continue with others. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And now, to celebrate this very special moment, we move on to the official opening ceremony, and for the ribbon cutting, let me invite back to the stage His Excellency Mr. Rueben Gauci and Eman Pulis for the official ribbon cutting. Can we get the drum roll, please? And really warm welcome to SiGMA South Asia. 3, 2, 1. Bravo!